Okay, welcome back to Mission 8 Part 2. Let's get right into it. Okay, so last time we started a few foundry projects, got a mission done, almost lost a soldier, you know, the usual. Okay, so let's see what our muton friend has to say. And unfortunately, this won't be giving us a research credit on the beam weapons like I'd hoped. It's just going to give us a research credit on the plasma weaponry, which, don't get me wrong, is still a very, very good thing, but I tend to prefer to get all lasers before I go all plasma, so still going to have to wait to get the precision and heavy lasers. It's not too onerous, however. And I do have enough labs and scientists that none of this is really going to take too long to get research, but I really want to get the bigger weapons right now. It will take a full week for the LPR, but I decided to just go with the better laser weapons for now. And we do get the alien grenades done, which is very nice. And one of the biggest no-brainers from Brazil, because you only get $2 for every alien alloy you sell. They're asking for 12, so that'd be 24. They're going to give us 150 for that. Yeah. So now that gives us funding to build the laser sniper rifle as well as the scatter laser. The scatter laser is basically just a laser shotgun. So I'm very happy I can finally get most of my squad upgraded with the better weaponry. I'm just waiting to get the heavy lasers, which will give me the laser LMG as well as the laser cannon for the interceptors. So I'm thinking about getting the Outsider Shard or some of the autopsies, but I do decide it's probably better priority to try and get as many excellent weapons right now as I can before I start getting more into the theory of it. And right now I'm just going to go ahead and buy the lasers. Okay, with that, let's get on forward and hopefully we can get our mechs up and running before the next mission pops up. We do get heavy lasers, so I'm happy about that. So with one of those, I can finally outfit the entire squad with carapace armor and with lasers. So we're finally pretty much entirely up to Tier 2 technology. So we can definitely start fighting the aliens on more even terms. For now, anyway. So that's the heavy laser for my heavy class. Lasers for the shivs. Laser cannons for the interceptors. And the railgun, which is for the mechs, and I'll be talking more about mech weaponry when we actually get some mechs. And I'm wondering what I should be researching next, although I think an autopsy might be in my best interest, because I know you can get some pretty good technology out of that, especially out of the mutons, so I decided to go for that one.
This is the most physically aggressive specimen we've discovered so far, which the troops fondly refer to as the muton. I can only assume there's a colorful backstory for such a designation.
Unfortunately, I don't know why they're called the mutons, so maybe somebody can enlighten me on that. Now, hopefully I can get the mech lab now. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Commander, there's a priority 1 transmission coming in from the Council.
Alright, let's do it.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing your progress.
So as you can see, everybody has the extra slot, which means everyone can carry their primary item as well as an alien grenade. And obviously everybody should be given their carapace armor and their better weapons as well, so just excuse me for a second while I futz around a bit. I decided to go with bow snipers on this one. I'm not really sure why, I just figured it just might be interesting just to give it a try, as well as keeping my usual heavy assault in my support. Giving Cecilin his extra grenade, so this got a rather explosive sniper right now. And I decide that our first one to get the carapace armor will be Amp, because obviously he needs it the most.
This new body armor was developed using what we've learned from the alloys employed in the alien ship. It should prove to be both lighter and stronger than anything we've used in the past.
So while the body armor used to give +1 health, this gives +4 health, which is excellent. And here is our fully upgraded squad. I've tried to get the color scheme as best as possible. Everyone's got their lasers, and everyone has the carapace armor, so with any luck, this mission should go a hell of a lot smoother than the last one.
Touching down.
We're heading to
No.
UN official Peter Van Dorn and his entourage were caught in an explosion that decimated a nearby bridge, and we're picking up hostiles converging on the area. We need you to confirm Mr. Van Dorn is still alive and bring him back safe before the whole place is overrun. Objectives updated.
Hey, friendly's over here.
This is what I was talking about in the last mission with the highway. Although I think we dealt with that before, correct me if I'm wrong. So first things first, I think we should probably make contact with that trooper and figure out what the hell's going on.
There's a team here to get Van Dorn, right? He ran up ahead to find one of our men who got caught in the blast when those freaks hit the bridge. Look, we're in no shape to take those things out. If you can go grab Van Dorn, we'll get you back to your aircraft.
Well, I think the game designer's nephew wanted a voice acting spot.
Position confirmed.
Alright, so we'll just spread out, take cover behind the cars, and see what we can see. Unfortunately, because this map is so constrained side to side, because we are on what looks like a highway overpass, we are going to run into the aliens sooner or later. Like, there's no chance any of them are going to sneak by, so I need to be sure to cover side to side to ensure that I run into all the alien groups and just try and get them triggered one by one so I don't get too overwhelmed. As well as just keeping the snipers back here.
All an ass. Heading there now. Positive enemy contacts.
Well, not the worst thing in the world. I could have killed them in one hit even with just the assault rifles, but I won't take. I'm happy to have the lasers.
Incoming fire.
And I think the other one might not get a shot off.
They got me flanked.
He gets a flank on amp.
I'm all right.
Well, that was almost hit number 4. So obviously, first things first, let's get amp into cover, or at the very least take out whatever one might be flanking him. Squad sight showing its worth once again. So as neither of them will have Overwatch, it is safe to move amp into cover up here. Half cover not the best, but at least he hasn't flanked anymore. I should be able to start sweeping the thin men out side to side. Obviously, the scatter laser still has the same drawback of the shotgun, where at range it loses a lot of aim very quickly, so it will demand that my assaults get closer. Sometimes I like to give them the rifles, just to be sure they have some range, but the shotgun has such excellent damage output that in close quarters, it's better to give them the shotguns and just let them run wild. And instead of taking a shot, I actually decided to try and keep this thin man suppressed, because they tend to have pretty good aim. So my thinking is try and get my soldiers up there, down the lip, and over to the VIP as quickly as possible. That way, if the thin man goes into Overwatch or takes a shot, he will be suppressed and therefore won't take too much damage. At this point I'm wondering, can I maybe stun one of these as well? Well, obviously he wasn't going to do 3 damage that time. I was kind of hoping for 2, though. And let's see what this new laser thing can do. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now we're pretty free to just move up on the other thin men and get into the VIP, hopefully not running through that cloud of toxic gas, and just see what we can do.
Heading out.
That might have been a bad idea. Although I'm hoping he doesn't move up because he is suppressed, but if he wanted to, he could probably get the flank. Another poor shot at Amp. But thanks to suppression, it does miss, so I should be able to easily get in and maybe even get the stun on. This would leave her flanked, but I should be able to take that thin man out if the arc thrower does fail. So I decided to first move Amp up to get the better shot off on it. And thanks to tactical rigging, all my soldiers are carrying at least one alien grenade, so I'm not too afraid that any threats will be out of my control. I can still clean them up with a well-placed grenade if I have to, which, unlike the rocket, Smots will never ever miss. Now I'm wondering if I want to maybe peg off hope for an extra HP off the thin man to increase the odds of getting the capture, but I decide it's not really worth it. I'll just kill him if I don't get the capture. We'll just try and go for the arc thrower right now. And I'm quite happy with that. So we get another alien to have a nice little chat with. And so that should be it for now. I can probably move up on the VIP. I'll have to head up the left side because, again, that cloud of toxic gas is right there in the middle.
Get over here. Objective updated.
Well, that's the general located right under the big glowing yellow arrow, just like I suspected. And so hopefully we can get him up and out here ASAP, but unfortunately a couple more thin men might have notions about that. Glad to see them all clustering together, however. I might be able to figure out a little something about that if I can keep them in place there. Fortunately, don't have a shot, so let's keep them on Overwatch in case either of them have any notions to climb up onto the ridge here. And I'm guessing he did that so we could get clear of the car. Either way, they're both going after poor Amp again. And this one moves back to his buddy, so clearly it wasn't line of sight. I don't know what the hell the AI is doing, but, well, it's working apparently. And fortunately, thanks to the Carapace armor, shut the hell up. Thanks to the Carapace armor, that only took off the +4 bonus HP he got from the armor. So it means he's not technically wounded yet, as it didn't go down into his base HP, as it were. So it goes to show you, just even 3 bonus HP can make all the difference between a soldier getting wounded or not. So I'm pretty sure I can be able to just take out these thin men. Yeah, that's no-brainer, and just get Van Dorn out of there now. That's always a thing of beauty. So now with things a little quieter, I should be able to move up easily enough and make contact with the VIP and start him moving before anything more explosive draws a beat on him. Because I'm pretty sure an AoE attack will still kill him one hit. As you can see, he only has 3 HP, just like the one guy in France that we quote-unquote rescued. Unfortunately, he's just a little too far off, so I'll have to wait one more turn to make contact, which means that's one extra turn for the aliens to send reinforcements. So for now, we'll just reload, get into cover, and hope for the best.
Headed there now.
I do decide to, even though it was only the armor HP, I might as well just patch him up right now, because they do have 2 extra charges and nobody else was wounded.
You coming down here or what?
Yeah, he will actually speak every freaking turn before you make contact.
Moving out. Here they come.
And it looks like that's probably the last thin man on the map right now.
I'm still breathing, but I can't say the same for a lot of my boys. Let's get out of here before any more of those things show up.
Commander, we should get the VIP back to the Sky Ranger as soon as possible. New objective received.
So yeah, with these escort missions, it's a matter of getting the VIP back to the Sky Ranger and then clearing out the rest of the aliens, or getting the entire squad into the Sky Ranger as well. Usually I just go for killing all the other aliens, because they tend to spawn near your squad, and it's obviously leads to more experience points and more weapon fragments, and even things dropped if you can get the stun on them. Now, unfortunately, I should have left somebody behind to try and take that thin man out. Unfortunately, I wasn't really thinking, and that will come back to bite me in the ass in a little bit here. And in fact, there was another one up there that I didn't see until now. And nobody can really see him. Not even the snipers. So at this point, it's more of a matter of just keeping people in Overwatch. Hope that thin man makes the stupid remove, and try and keep the VIP basically almost in the center of the squad. I'm kind of going for a circle the wagon approach with escorting this guy because of how narrow the map is. So I should be able to get him on all sides. Whereas something a lot more open like the France map was, I tend to keep it a little bit more linear and just try and almost drive a spear right down the middle of the enemy lines and just try and punch through as quickly as possible, and then almost fan my soldiers out facing their line while getting the VIP back to the Sky Ranger. But again, as this is a bit of a more narrow map, I can cover him on all four sides easily enough. And fortunately, he does make the stupid move. And I'm really not sure who hit him there. I think that was Skyder. And well, there's the first reinforcements in. That will trigger Overwatch, as you can see here. And you can see how much damage that heavy laser does. I was really pleased with that. So there's just one thin man left alive up on that ridge. Unfortunately, in all the excitement, I completely forgot about him. So that's how it bit me in the ass. As I said, you do have to take out the rest of the aliens after you get the VIP back to the Sky Ranger, so, well, there was a lot of cut wandering around footage a little later in the mission. So right now it's just a matter of sprinting it back to the Sky Ranger as quickly as possible, because if I don't, the aliens will spawn indefinitely. I'm not sure if they spawn more than just thin men, but I'm really not gonna try and find out. And as you can see, I'm just slowly but surely moving my soldiers up, and then I'm going to move the VIP through the center of them, because anything that would have procced will have by now. And not sure if I want to keep him on the edge or not, but I do decide that can't hurt that much. As you can see, I am keeping him roughly in the center of my squad as I slowly move them up the center of the map.
Headed there now.
And yeah, by this point, that other thin man is so far out of my mind that I'm not even worried about him, although he could have easily shot one of my troops right here. And I realized Amp was holding onto his pistol, so I should probably be sure that he's holding his primary weapon. I'm not letting what happened to poor Gonzalez happen to any of these troops.
You've got hostile forces about to hit your position.
And unfortunately, I didn't have anybody down Overwatch this time, so I need to take this thing out. Thankfully, Cecilin has a very clear shot on him. So that's all the reinforcements taken care of in one fell swoop, so I can continue to move my troops up. And it looks like I might be able to get him to the Sky Ranger in one run. Unfortunately, he's just a little short. So I'll just have to wait one more turn to get him to the Sky Ranger. So far, so quiet, but I'm just keeping on Overwatch just in case anything else jumps down at me. Although I think they wait at least 2 turns before they drop more reinforcements on you. I can't think of a mission where they give you reinforcements every turn, excuse me.
It was looking bad out there. I might not
Yep,
have
so I
made
should
it
be able to
if
get
we
Van
didn't
Dorn
shoot
out of here and no longer bugging the shit out of me.
I owe you one. Seriously. I wouldn't be here without your help.
VIP is safe and on board.
Excellent work, Strike One. Wipe out any remaining aliens and come on home. We have a new objective.
So unfortunately, there was a bit of a lost footage here because I wasn't really paying attention because I was trying to cut some stuff out. But long story short, I did win the mission. It was just the one thin man back on the ridge that I forgot about. Yeah, really sorry about the lost footage, but really, you didn't miss much. It was just kind of slowly sweeping back, and I saw the thin man, took the shot, and that was it. In the future, I'll try and just keep that footage, but I'll just end up speeding it up. I can't do it any faster than 200%, so there still might be a lot cut out. But basically, I'm just trying to show you guys the more interesting parts. I don't want to bore you with then I went here, then I went there, because that's not what you signed up for.
An exemplary performance. Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one did.
Yeah, that's why Carapace armor is so damn good. And our first captain, finally. Danger zone will increase the area of effect of everything by 2 tiles. Yeah, because not really any sense giving him more grenades. We can give him more grenades anyway, thanks to tactical rigging. Now, while close and personal is nice, if you're that close to aliens that aren't dead, you're probably doing something wrong. So obviously lightning reflexes. Alright, a captain support. Either smoke that gives you more defense or smoke that gives you a better chance to resist any sort of psychic attacks. I tend to go with dense smoke because I'm more worried about guns than I am anything else. And Skyder gets his promotion, and I was thinking of giving him damn good ground, because obviously high ground sniper is very good, but I'm actually going to give him gunslinger because I have plans for Skyder. I have really good plans for Skyder. And another medal that I keep forgetting to give to people.
Capturing alien subjects alive. I only hope they realize how important their work is in relation to ours. Please pass on my gratitude to our forces.
Alright, well, one more interrogation, a lot more money, some panic down, and one more recruit.
Be in touch, Commander.
And it's her. Hill. Another Hill. I cannot believe this. Like, what the hell, RNG? So I just quickly get her upgraded, and I don't know if I'm going to use her. We'll see. I wonder if I should give her suppression instead of Shredder Rocket, but then I remember I'm addicted to explosions. So I'm just kind of slowly looking over my troops, and I realize, yeah, there's that Hull and that Hill and Helens everywhere, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So, Skyder, you've got your nickname, Enigma. Let me know if you like it, hate it, or whatever. And of course, I can get that changed. I'm just looking around to see who I've missed, and I realize I haven't let Drad on the team for a while, so I'm definitely going to remember to do that in Mission 9. And now it's just a matter of getting the mech bay online and seeing what else is going on in the world. Alright, well that's one less thing to worry about. So I know, Cyanox, you asked for a mech, and I will be speaking about that in just a second here, just definitely getting squad size 2. So finally, we can field our full complement of 6 soldiers, so hopefully nobody will be left out from now on.
The soldiers who volunteer for mech trooper augmentation sacrifice much, but they do not leave themselves entirely behind. A mech trooper will be able to apply some of the training and knowledge from his or her previous combat specialty to the cybersuit's operation. With this facility, we'll be able to build mechanized exoskeletal cybersuits, or mechs. and implant our soldiers with the cybernetic interfaces they'll need to deploy these mechs onto the battlefield.
And that was a big, long explanation to basically say, depending on your soldier's class before you turn them into a mech, they get a bonus passive ability. Now, I don't want to give the mechanization to somebody too high up, although I am, and obviously you can't augment a rookie because they need to have a class before you do anything. So unfortunately, there's only two soldiers I'm kind of willing to give it to. That would be the Canadian, but she's female, so the only person left is that Chinese dude right there, Kyon Yin Wang. I'm probably horribly mangling that. And fortunately, that is one of the better support abilities, which gives +10 defense to nearby allies.
For the requisite amputations and begin installing the cybersuit interfaces as soon as possible.
Okay, so after I get him turned into a mech, I'll be able to build the first mech suit, and then Cyanox, you can trick it out as you like. I'll just show you the soldier real quick, and you can decide how you want him to be modified in terms of like color and whatnot. Like that's just what he looks like. You can choose everything right now. He won't get his nickname until sergeant level, though. Just bear in mind, he's going to look a little bit different after he gets his mech augmentations. And I'm also just looking to see if I can start building the exoskeleton right now, but I can't just yet. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. I think I was just being sure if anything was missing. One less autopsy to worry about, fortunately. And our first autopsy to give us another gene lab modification in quite a while. The last one was the Thin Man, I believe. And this is probably the best Foundry upgrade in the game. It basically doubles your weapons magazine capacity. And Adrenal Neurosympathy basically almost acts as like a little bit of an AoE buff centered on a soldier that performs the kill. That's probably one of the more creepy interrogation scenes.
Commander, our intelligence sources indicate that a previously unknown organization is attempting to undermine XCOM field operations. We believe this group harbors some misguided sympathies for the invaders and is intent on acquiring alien technology and artifacts critical to your efforts. Early reports indicate this organization calls itself Exalt. We trust you will isolate the source of this new threat and eliminate it.
Commander, the Council has provided some additional resources to help us deal with these traitors. We can begin scanning for additional Exalt cell locations and launch covert operations to disrupt their activity via the Situation Room.
And welcome to the other big addition to Enemy Within, Exalt. They are basically a global terrorist organization which are, well, I'm not really sure what their aims are beyond some sort of human apotheosis or whatever, but long story short, they do harbor a lot of alien tech and believe that what the aliens are doing to humanity is a good idea. So they are a secondary but no less dangerous threat that we have to deal with. Basically that any Exalt cell that performs an action or is revealed by an intel scan will be able to infiltrate it via a covert operative, as seen here. And once the covert operative is completed, we can launch a mission to recover them. And if we do that, we gain a bit of intel as to where the Exalt HQ is, and with enough covert operations complete, we can narrow it down, find the HQ, and take them out of the game entirely. And these missions are excellent for Soldier XP, as I will explain when we get our first one. Now, any covert operative, unfortunately, can only use pistols and equipment, so I will need to quickly grab a laser pistol here. And this is why heavies can't go on the covert ops, because they don't use pistols, they use rocket launchers. It's probably something to do with the actual coding of the game, I'm not entirely sure. So I definitely need to take care of this in China, because China's panicking. Now, in terms of the best kind of soldiers to send on the covert operations, I'm actually going to go with Skyder on this one, because as a sniper he gets gunslinger, which gives him +2 with pistols. That's what I was talking about when I gave him the gunslinger perk. In addition, he has depth perception, and as the infiltrator will typically be running around on the high ground and trying to stay as mobile as possible. It's best to give it to a sniper or a support as well, considering they have the sprinter perk, and they tend to carry a bit better equipment. But I decided, for no reason beyond the fact that he's a sniper, and I felt bad that I ragged on him so much, that Skyder will be our primary, if not our only, covert operative. So hopefully he can make some magic happen. And I cannot do ammo conservation just yet, unfortunately, because it will take a lot more muton corpses than we have. And I think it might also be a good idea to get some pistol upgrades, as since the covert ops will only be using the pistols. I figure might as well.
We're certainly keeping the boys down in the foundry busy. I'll let them know you've got another project ready for production.
So unfortunately, Skyder will be MIA for the next week, but I should be able to get our mech online before then, so it shouldn't be too bad to get Skyder back. Fucking hell.
Commander, we've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
Alright, so looks like well, our work is never done. So yeah, join us next time when we take care of more alien abduction missions and hopefully prevent the world from panicking, as Asia and North America are both freaking the fuck out. Alright, next one obviously won't come until the new year, considering the new year is only 9 hours away right now. So I hope everyone had an excellent holiday, and I will see you guys in 2016.